Here we go. Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure that you use the chat and tell us who you are and where you're from. We're super excited to see you all here today. We have lots and lots of great announcements, of course, for everyone today. So make sure that you are plugging in. Make sure that you tag your business partners, prospects, guests, everyone. Share this video out because we have lots and lots of great stuff to share with you all here today. And of course, as always, I start with the corporate updates, and then you have an opportunity to ask our founder right over here, Justin Bellababa, your questions, and he will give you the answer. So good morning, everyone. We're going to start with our corporate updates. We have a great incentive going on right now that ends June 15th, which is coming up like super fast. Time is flying by. So when you sign up your very first through fifth customer. So first customer, $87. I do the whole thing. Second customer, $87. Third customer, $87. Fourth customer, $87. Fifth customer, $87. Right? Great incentive that's happening right now, and that goes until June 15th. So share with everyone who hasn't gotten their very first through fifth customer with us here at Royalty, and that's on top of our already amazing compensation plan. So awesome. We also have our event, July 11th. It's our virtual event. We really wanted to be in Houston, of course, but Justin can't leave Canada.
True.
Yeah.
I'm a prisoner.
So our event is going to be virtual, and it is going to be the biggest announcement that we have made in Royalty history. So we have done some incredible events with you all, and we're very excited for this event, July 11th. If you're a current customer with us here at Royalty, it's $19 to attend that virtual event. And then for guests, they are now free for this event. So your guests are now free. You can go to royalty.life to find out all about the event. You can find out about Life. You can see Justin's presentation on Life, and you can also register your guests for the event there. So make sure that you are registered. Make sure that you're registering your guests there. And if you have 5 guests that attend that event live, then you'll be refunded your $19 as well. We talked a bit about the compensation plan. On Tuesday, we rolled that out, just kind of a snippet of what's to come, which is really, really exciting. There's videos out there on Vimeo, they're on YouTube, all about that compensation plan. I really encourage you guys to make sure that you are inviting guests to that event. It will help you out, right? So make sure that you are inviting, and you can do that at royalty.life. The top 3 inviters get access to Life First, which is amazing, right? You get to see everything first, and you get your first month at Life for free. We haven't announced the pricing yet, but like Justin always says, it will be like right on point with marketing. So I am super excited about that, and we're gonna start out today. I have another announcement for you all. We are announcing one of our speakers for that event. So I'm excited to have this person come and speak at our event. He's been in the network marketing industry for 17 years. He's a great entrepreneur, speaker, author, multiple 7-figure earner, a personal friend of mine. And if you know him, make sure you give him a shout out. Cedric Harris is going to be the speaker at our event. We're going to announce more speakers as the event gets closer and closer. But our first speaker and our first announcement for our first speaker is Cedric Harris. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm sure he's going to give everyone great value at that event, so you don't want to miss it. Lots of comments on the shirt.
I ran out of black t-shirts.
Which is great. So I know Justin has some announcements, some updates for our Royalty marketing product here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it on over to Justin.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. Yeah, so big news, actually. We yesterday released the team analytics. So in your analytics section, if you have a team, you can you can see the analytics for your team. You can see a list, like a drop down, a searchable kind of, drop down of everybody on your team. And so now you can see their analytics. And so as we continue to add more pieces to the analytics display, the flowchart, then this will become, more and more and more valuable, so that you as a leader of a team in any business can see the true, accurate, up-to-date marketing activities of every individual on your team, so you can be as effective as possible as a leader, and retain and see what's working, see what's not, who's doing well, who might need a bit of extra assistance, and exactly where they might need that assistance. So that is live. That's huge. In support of that, I guess more than just in support of that, I expect today going to be releasing the Facebook integration. So you will be able to link your Facebook account and your Facebook business pages to your websites, to your analytics, to your 3-click marketing, so that when you do your 3-click marketing, you can post your personal profile and at the same time automatically post to one or more business pages all at once. And we'll be able to bring in all of those analytics from your business pages. So likes, clicks, shares, comments, how many followers you have as you build that audience. So that's been a long time coming, right? Like it was a ton of work. And then we had to go through the approval process, the business verification process, but we're there. So that is great news. And I just tried it. It worked great on our staging environment. So I think we will be able to push it live today. Yeah. So if not, it'll be tomorrow. But like I fully expect that it'll be in the next 24 hours, certainly. So what else? Oh, with that will be a much more intuitive website, like main menu. When you go to kind of edit your website, you're not going to have, where do I change my industry, or where do I find my keywords, or how do I integrate my social media connections. We have a much more intuitive main menu that's going to bring all, like, now that we understand, like, where those kind of most important elements, those are going to be right up front. Instead of like buried inside settings and things like that. So that's going to make the whole thing much more intuitive. So that's another big thing. And yeah, anyway, that's what we're doing, like, yesterday and today. So big couple days, very exciting. And of course, as Cheryl said, we are preparing for this big thing on July 11th. So if you're not registered, get registered, invite guests. This is the biggest thing we've ever done. So with that, let's answer some questions.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. And if you're new, and many of you are new, welcome. And if you got what you think is an obvious question, please ask it, because that's really the purpose of this.
For sure. So people are talking about Facebook integration and they're excited. And Adam says, will we be able to post to groups soon?
To your page, yeah, pages.
Pages, yeah, but you could already post to groups.
You can already post to groups, yeah, totally.
Yep. More questions. Anyone have any questions? So Adam, is it possible to send out an invite link for the Life Unveil? I signed up via royalty.com for Life. It's royalty.life. You can have your guests register using the same link. So when you fill out the form, it'll ask for your name, your email address, and it will also ask for your guest info. I think Adam's asking about scheduling in the future.
Yeah, it may seem like it's that kind of bar, but it's not that kind of bar. Ha ha.
That's good.
No, seriously. So, yeah, look, scheduling posts is I think is like to our to our true customer and our focus, which is, the beginner, right? Someone who has not marketed online before, and to the leaders of teams. That's a low value feature, right? Like the real win is in helping people post on a daily basis, right? And making it easy and making it effective, and scheduling multiple posts. Like that's kind of like, that's more of it, like that's an advanced feature, and it doesn't really benefit the beginner, right? Like the person who is doing nothing does not need to schedule the next 30 days, right? It's kind of like at odd, that concept is at odds with someone who's doing nothing, right? Like that's something that is for power users. Will we do it? Maybe, maybe in the future, but I'm not gonna, like, it's not gonna come at at it, we're not going to build it at the expense of building things that will truly benefit beginners and leaders.
Yeah. Adam, I used that line last night with a Zoom call. That was all.
I'm sorry?
Adam said he used that line last night on a Zoom call.
Perfect. And reminder, we've got these, and this is stupid, but like we have these awesome new like t-shirts. I've ordered mine. I can't wait. They're like super I don't know. Cool might be the wrong word. What are they? They're just like fun, right? The Giraffe Club, not that kind of bar. Anyway, they look great.
Yeah.
Pierre did a really, really good job, and I can't wait for mine to arrive. In case you haven't heard, like that's like inside jokes layered on inside jokes, right? Like explaining Giraffe Club, not that kind of bar. That would take like 10 minutes to like explain to someone.
Right.
But for people who get it, it's cool. It's fun.
I like the t-shirt and the mug.
Yeah, I know.
And the mug.
yeah, the mug's the best.
So,
and by the way, in no way do we make money from this. This is just like a fun, silly thing that we're doing. Yeah. So I'm just excited for it.
If you go to the footer of our website, you can see, I think it's like TeePublic or where you can get some swag. Click on it, and it'll take you right there, and you'll be able to see that t-shirt that Justin talked about. That's great. Funny. All right. So can you please type the training portal in the link in the chat? I watched a replay from yesterday's, but I couldn't see the chat. So Jake, all of the replays of the training, they're uploaded to YouTube so that everybody can watch the replay, but you have to be there live. They're on Zoom in order to see the like kind of chat back and forth. So all the recordings are there on YouTube. Oh, you want to know they got it. How long will the event be on July 11th?
I think it'll be 4 hours ish.
Yeah.
It'll be a busy 4 hours. I think that, because it's virtual, there's no need for like a lunch break and, other, whatever breaks that you have during like an in-person event. And so I think, we can be super like much more efficient about the whole thing. And we want to be time zone friendly because, and this is important, we're going to be live translating. We're going to host it on Zoom, and there'll be live translations into French and German. So this is like a worldwide event. So we want to be kind of, as accommodating as possible for people in, European time zones, West Coast, East Coast of North America. Obviously, we can't please everyone, right? So, Asia is going to be tough. But yeah, I think it's going to be like 11 till 3 Eastern or 12 till 4 or something like that.
Right. Totally like action packed.
Yeah.
Right. So not lots of delays and lots of breaks. Like you want to be there like right at the time, all the way until the end. It'll be action packed event. So I'm excited for it.
Well, I mean, look, we've got, about one speaker, right? Who's amazing, world class. We have, we're going to be by then releasing the full, Teams feature for royalty marketing, which is, a absolutely like massive feature set. Like it's not even one feature. It's like, a bunch of features all kind of rolled into one, and it's going to be, I think, like hugely impactful for our customers. And we have our second major product that's being released, including all of the product details, registration details, compensation details, and another speaker, maybe more, that we haven't even talked about yet. So like that's a lot, right? In 4 hours. It's gonna be good.
For sure. So Deneen says, what's the begin time? I think you said 11 a.m. Eastern, right? Or
yeah, what for the we'll it'll be like 11 or 12. I don't know, 11 or 12.
I want to keep it, like
Eastern.
I'm saying, time zone friendly, lots of different languages so that everyone has an opportunity to join and be there and not be there at 5 a.m. maybe. Right? I did love the last event, virtual event too, Karen. I thought it was great. Totally hours of content packed fun, Sarah. Agree. Um, will the visitors from our paid online ads be shown separately? That's from Brett.
Future thing. We'll do it. But the because there's just not a lot of people who have $500 or $1,000 a month to spend on advertising. It's just not as high priority as the things that we are doing first, right? Like the social media integrations, displaying your email analytics, your retargeting analytics, which everybody has, or almost everybody has. So that stuff is higher priority. But yeah, we'll display the online ad stuff as well in due course.
Yeah. We did do a getting started training yesterday, Brigitte. So I know Brigitte's asking, how about the tour that used to be there too? Make sure that your people are getting started through the onboarding process. Lots of encouragement to get started through the onboarding process.
Yep.
Jeannie said, pack a lunch. We're going to have a blast. Yeah. That was great. Is the new main menu active now or when?
No. Hopefully today. So it's all coming at once, right? Like it's one release that's going to have connecting your Facebook pages and account, and that'll you'll see stuff in your analytics, and it'll be incorporated into the 3-click marketing process and the new website menu. All of that is kind of like one release that should happen today. Hopefully will happen today.
Will the pull down menu on the left side of our account where royalty, where you can add a company and organization, will that be active or plans to implement? I thought you can already do it.
You can do it. Yeah, try it.
Can we shrink the URLs for social marketing posts or not?
Yeah, that's something that's a like pretty high priority thing. Not even just shrink them, more like customize them.
Yeah. There was one it keeps skipping around. There was one that I missed. Someone was asking earlier. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is in the exact thing. Oh, Andrea. Social marketing posts opt-in directed to our blog rather than directly to the post.
Yeah. So to do that, we first needed to do the release that we're doing today, right? To enable the Facebook integrations and things like that. Now that is nearly live, hopefully, well, less than 24 hours, right? Hopefully it'll just be in an hour or two. Then we can add that sort of like option in the 3-click marketing process. Do you want to direct the user to a lead magnet, contact form, or do you want to just send them straight to your blog where they can access the content directly without having to fill in their name? So that is the next step, now that we are nearly through the major step of all the integrations, and so anyway, that'll be next.
Awesome. Lynn says, so if I have a team created on the dashboard, and will I now see my team's performance activity, who they are?
Yeah.
And then,
So if you don't, and so that's already live. So if you don't see it when you go to analytics, just click refresh in your browser.
Yeah. Owen, why do you suggested social media posts not relate to the website? Example, Golden Travel gets swimming. Well, gold would be under a different industry category than travel. So maybe travel is getting the swimming to
gold and travel.
Yeah, like I think industry subcategory.
Yeah,
The other.
like for best results, like pick a business category. That would be my first recommendation.
Make sure that you're picking the business category when you're creating your website, and it will create the content. We answered that one. Retargeting, click booster
builder. Yeah. So it's been live for a week. We're basically just optimizing it, right? Because I don't want to, like, I could get it. The way that it was implemented, it wasn't kind of like rotating through everybody's sites fast enough. So it would be sort of like, a bunch of people get all 100 that they need or whatever, and then another set of people get all 100 rather than, but what it should be is more of a fluid process where more people get a little bit less every day, right? So we kind of rotate through every account on a more frequent basis so you can kind of see your progress, because otherwise it might be like 18 days of nothing and then all of a sudden boom, right? And so you'd be for the first 17 days feeling like, oh, it's not really doing anything, right? So that's what we are kind of optimizing for, is to provide like more click building activity more regularly, right? So that you know that it's happening, right? As opposed to nothing, everything on one day, which is fine, right? Like the way that the engineers kind of built it, like it would work, but it's not the optimal experience for you, right? Like as a customer, it kind of is like, well, I don't think it's working. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, it's live. It actually does work. But we are kind of refining the way that it works to provide you with a more regular sense of the progress.
Gary says, where do we find the onboarding information? I think you're talking about the getting started. You can find it on our official royalty YouTube channel. Check it out. And there were some people asking questions yesterday about the onboarding process. If you maybe want to get started with the new onboarding process and get kind of reacclimated with the system, you could always ask support and they'll start you with the new onboarding process. I don't know if it's for, can you write the name of the first speaker? I don't know him. So for some reason, it's not letting me type in the chat. So Andrea or whoever, can you guys write Cedric Harris in the chat? Appreciate it. Looking for more. Yes, answered that one. Look at this.
We got them all.
We got them all, I think. Or somebody's going to say, you missed my question. Lots of comments about the shirt. Can't believe it. Trying to scroll it out.
Big day.
Here. Yes. Larry says that his AI suggested posts duplicate the same day or next. If you post it, it won't duplicate it. And you'll have a new post. Make sure that you're posting the post or the suggested post. Christine says, what tips or pitfalls should we be mindful of when inviting heads of associations to the Wine and Dine? So for those of you that don't know, we have a Wine and Dine event, June 25th at 8. It's Thursday. It's at 8 p.m. You can find the link on our royalty page. There's a Google Doc or Google form that you're going to fill out all about your Wine and Dine guests. This is for influencers who want to come to that event. things to be mindful of when inviting.
Things to be mindful of.
Make sure that they know a little bit about royalty and what we do.
Yeah, that's important. Ideally, I mean, some of this stuff goes without saying, I think, but I'll say it anyway. Like, make sure that they are a decision maker, right?
Yeah.
Make sure that they're in a position, like, to actually, provide influence. Because if, because we've had, a couple of people who frankly shouldn't have been there, right? Who subsequently ended up participating in the pay what you can program, which is sort of like the exact opposite of this.
Yeah.
Right. So for your own kind of credibility and ability to participate in these things in the future, invite people who are of, a certain degree of influence, right? And not to say that we don't love talking to everyone. We love talking to everyone, but we already have a ton of resource available to talk to prospects 6 days a week, right? Like, there's a button or there's a link at the bottom of the website. You can schedule a call with our sales team, right? So that exists, and you can do that like all day, 6 days a week, and it's great, right? So if you're inviting someone to the wine and dine, the whole point is that they are a leader or executive or influencer who we all want to kind of roll out the red carpet for. And they would, like, I guess maybe this is helpful. This is a replacement temporarily, right, for flying people to a fun location, paying for their hotel, paying for their dinner, paying for their like doing like a true kind of business development initiative, right? So if you would if you wouldn't suggest that we fly somebody to Las Vegas and pay for their airfare and put them up in a hotel, if you wouldn't, like, if you think that person wouldn't, like, that wouldn't make sense, then don't invite them to the wine and dine, because it is literally instead in place of real world business development. So hopefully that's a helpful guide, I guess. Yeah. All
right. So Karen says, not sure how it's happening, but my LinkedIn account has gone insane with views. Could royalty be causing it?
I would say you're causing
it.
Yeah. Right? Like, we don't cause, it's you. It's you. Like, if you are doing your marketing, right, your 3-click marketing, and you're building your audience, that is exactly what happens. Predictably, right? And I wouldn't say we're causing it. I'd say you're causing it, because you're using the tools, and I expect you are also spending a few minutes a day building your audience. And that's something we're going to talk about a lot more, because I think that's, that is a source of confusion, in that some people assume that if all I do is my 3-click marketing, then my business should explode. And it's sort of like, well, if you, and this is the classic kind of, metaphor, which is, if you put a billboard up in the desert, would you expect your business to explode? Like, no, because you're not showing it to anybody, right? So it is extremely important that you build your audience, right? That you invest a few minutes a day, not an hour, like 3-4 minutes a day. Just do that consistently every single day. And then when you do your 3-click marketing and you show interesting, relevant content to this growing audience, that will cause you to inevitably build a brand that people recognize and like. And you will, generate interest in your business for sure, right? Like, statistically, it is impossible. It's impossible to not generate interest if you are growing the number of people you are showing interesting stuff to. You will succeed, to quote Dr. Seuss. 100%, or what does he say? 98.75% guaranteed, right? It's a great book. Oh, the places you'll go. Um, anyway, that's how it works, and that's the only way it works, by the way. Okay, there's no like other way other than spending a bunch of money on ads, right? Ask anyone who's been successful in online marketing. They showed either they created content or they curated interesting content and they showed it to a growing audience, and they invested time and effort. Now with us, you don't have to invest as much time and effort, but you still have to invest some, right? Like 3-4 minutes a day. Do your 3-click marketing, grow your audience. But anyway, congratulations. What you are doing is working, because I am very, very certain that you are doing your 3-click marketing and you're spending time growing your audience. That is the only way that people can succeed with this, other than spending a bunch of money.
Right. Okay. So it's a question. I'm not going to say the last part, but I have 104 from my ads connected to retargeting, but it only says I have 8 views there. So saying it only counts unique views.
Yeah.
So somebody might have viewed your somebody might have viewed your ad without clicking on it to view your website, right? And the retargeting comes from views from your website. And the views from your website will create the amount of people that you need in order to start the retargeting. So if you're only using the ads, make sure that you're using social marketing and other areas in order to increase the number of views that you actually have on your website. Right. And then also the counter for views on your website, it updates Justin, like every 24 hours or so?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to be patient and watching the views. And there's also our click or view retargeting click builder. I still don't know what to call it.
It doesn't need a name because it's not really a feature. It's just, I don't know what to call it either.
Uh-huh. Where do I find the humor content marketing for posting? Humor content marketing for
posting. It's there. It's social marketing, new post. I think there's a category called like funny or something.
Some of them are really funny.
Some of them are really funny. Some of them are a little bit edgy.
Okay. Was that a billboard in the desert or just a mirage? So you can count on Jeff to add something funny. Leaders of large teams. Okay. Yes. Watching from the Bahamas. Welcome.
Welcome. Must be nice.
Right. Good point. Kawan says nothing beats organic traffic. Build your list and brand. Yeah.
And that's speaking from the like a true expert, right? Like Kawan's he's done incredibly well in many businesses, and he's done incredibly well in this business as well. And I can pretty much guarantee you that he didn't do any of that with paid ads, right? He did it right like this way. I mean, I'm sure he's probably spent something on paid ads, like now that he's big time. But I guarantee you that he did not build his brand or build his list with paid ads. He did it by creating content, right? Which is still the best thing, right? We're not saying don't create your own content. We're saying you're not, right? Like you're probably not. And so the next best thing is curated content. That's the next best thing.
Yeah.
Right. So if you absolutely strongly encourage you to create videos and do lives and post interesting things that you create yourself, right? Like absolutely, that's still like king, right? Like original content is king. But the next best thing is curated content, right? So, and that's what we provide. Anyway, so yeah. I guarantee that Kwan didn't do it with paid ads. Yeah, he said. What do you say? My paid ad game sucks. Yeah, right. It's like
harder.
I mean, it's hard. Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's why advertising agencies exist, right? Because it's their full-time and sole, role in the world to, create, positive ROI with paid ads. It's not something you can just like do and snap your fingers and be successful. Like,
Right.
it's not. It's really hard,
Yeah.
right? The nice thing about, like free is that it's free, right? Like, you can post as much as you want. You can invest as much time as you want in building your audience. And if you do those things, you post the content, um, original is best, but second best curated, right? You post that, you build your audience, you will definitely succeed.
Yeah.
You will definitely, again, when I say succeed, I mean in terms of marketing. I have no idea if you're going to sell anything, but you will definitely attract interest in your business for sure.
Yeah. Kwana, who continues to comment here, post constantly and be consistent, post daily, build relationships. Like, really, Kwan is an incredible marketer. I was talking to Justin about it yesterday. I was like, he's an incredible marketer, and it's really like that organic traffic, that creating the content. Like, you're doing what what he does by doing like marketing. Like, you're doing.
Yeah, and what you did too, right? Like, Cheryl is also a incredibly successful online marketer, and that's and what the way our system works is exactly what she would do herself. It would just take a lot more time.
Yeah. And yeah, I wasn't doing the whole paid ads thing. I'm with you. I'm with you, Kwan. Right. Um, can royalty be used in Jamaica?
Yes, absolutely. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere on Earth, within obvious limitations, like North Korea, Iran, Syria, right? Like, it's a very short list of, where we don't do business.
I don't know why that made me laugh. Everything. All right, more questions. Great stuff, Sharon here. Oh, yeah, like, look, yeah, when we used to, like, Facebook Lives from years, we would be answering questions, and look at this. All right, catching up.
No, we're getting a little bit of clarity.
Yep.
Right?
Is it possible to add veterans assistance to categories via audience is large, and I'm not getting leads pertaining to my business?
I would try, there are related categories, and then I would try just kind of tweaking your keywords.
Yeah. Let's say the keywords too. Great. All right.
And Charles, just support can help you with that too.
For sure. Really quick, while people are thinking of more questions, I'm just going to go over, some of the updates that we announced in the beginning. We have a great incentive right now that ends June 15th, which is coming up super soon. First through fifth sales, sale number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you get $87 back. First sale 87, second sale 87, so on. This is on top of our already amazing compensation plan. We have our wine and dine event where you can invite your influencers to that event. That's June 25th, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go to the royalty page. There's a Google form that you can fill out to invite your influencers. Lots of stuff came out today that Justin was announcing earlier. Teams. Sorry.
What's going on?
I saw your comment and I lost it. Lots of, I have no, like, and if it's funny to me, I'm definitely not. Okay, teams, sorry. Team analytics that came out today, Facebook, social media integration that will come out today or within the next 24 hours, right, Justin? Within the next 24 hours.
Yes. Yep. Hopefully today. Like, I'm being told it should be today, but I'm just hedging.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So we have our event July 11th, royalty.life. Make sure that you go there. Make sure that you're inviting your guests to that event. You can do so by going to royalty.life. You can register for your ticket there. You can register your guests there. And if you continue to invite guests, you can still use the royalty.life page. We announced our very first speaker, Cedric Harris, today, and we'll be putting out flyers and all kinds of stuff to help you promote that event. So let me look and see if anybody added any questions before we go and end it here. When you build an email list, how often do you send them out? An email, daily, weekly? You have an opportunity to build your email list, but we send a newsletter out, right, on your behalf, like every single time you do your 3-click marketing. But I think it depends on your product and what you want to accomplish.
It's still your choice, but like it's part of it's the third click is to confirm that you want to send out the newsletter. Yep. So daily, should be daily.
Agreed. Does a person have to be an affiliate to show up on your team, or do customers show up?
No. None of the above. You have to build your team, right? Like remember, the team section, the team concept and the analytics section, this is not like a thing for royalty affiliates. This is a thing that anyone in any business can use, right? Like, we'll have real estate companies that, use this to manage their teams. Like we have zero insight into who works where, or what the management structure is at a real estate company, right? So this is a completely open concept of a team. You create a team, you can create, you can try creating a team yourself. And by the way, we're completely overhauling the whole team builder because it's in the dashboard. It's a little convoluted right now. It's going to be way simpler soon. But you can do, like, the functionality exists. You can invite people who are other users of the platform to be on your team, and then that's your team. Okay, like and people can request to join your team, but there is no, like, it's not like one day we'll do an integration with our own back office. We're never going to do that because that's not what it's for, right? This is not a tool that's for royalty affiliates only. This is a tool that's for anybody in any business that has a team. So what you need to do is you need to build your team.
Yeah.
And then when you do, and people join your team, then you'll have access to the team analytics. Okay, I hope that clarifies.
Yeah. Yeah, go to the dashboard, add team members. It's
yeah.
Explain event in June 25th. Once again, that was the Wine and Dine event that we talked about earlier. Justin kind of went into it on who to invite. Right?
Yeah.
As well. Yeah. All right. Justin, I think we answered all the questions.
I think so too.
All right. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. We will see you all next time. And for our Giraffe Club members, cannot wait to see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.